licensing has stayed consistent. Celebrating 30 years on the air on WROI is the first federal program. Hosts may have changed, but the program is still the same. Now continuing a long-standing tradition, streaming on the First Federal Facebook page and on WROI. It's time for the First.
And good morning and welcome to the First Federal program here on the 21st day of August. We welcome Tanner this morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Randy. How we doing?
Hey, we're sun's starting to shine, so it's a good Friday to
It's
start.
morning this morning.
Yeah, it's awesome. I guess that's what happens when we finally get to the football season, right?
Yeah, it's amazing it's here, isn't it?
It's crazy. It seems like we were just having fairs and 4th of Julys and
August is almost over.
Yeah.
Knock on wood, we've had way too much rain,
Yes,
but we
yes.
haven't had that big heat wave that
It'll
August
be
usually
interesting to
brings,
see what the end and
so I said knock on wood, because I know part of the country right now, out towards the west, it's in the 90s. So
Right.
that could be coming this way. I don't know.
Labor Day weekend, you never know.
Yeah, that's true.
Usually it kind
That's
of
true.
will tell the tale what September's going to be like.
But I love September and October. I don't know which one I like more. Those two are my favorite months of the year.
I tend to lean toward October. It's a little more cooler. Yeah,
It's
September
fall.
can be
Yeah, it can be a little warm still. Fall, football, bonfires,
Yep.
all that stuff.
All the fun stuff.
Hoodie season, all that stuff. So.
Shorts and hoodies. That's what
There we go.
It's always hilarious.
There you go,
But, yeah, everybody laughs. I'm like, yeah,
It's comfort,
it's
man.
comfy. Yeah.
But yeah, August 21st. Hard to believe this year is just flying by. And you said start of football tonight, the meaningful games.
That's right.
Handful of scrimmages happened around the area last week, but the real deal kicks off tonight all over the area and all over the state. So that brings me to my trivia question.
Oh no.
This morning.
Maybe I get a better chance
I
today.
think you got a pretty good chance here. You probably will. In what year was the Indiana High School Athletic Association, the IHSAA, founded?
Ooh.
1893, 1903, 1913, or 1923?
Wow. Okay. Ooh, there's some tough numbers there.
All from a little while ago.
Yeah, all been a little while.
ago.
I think I remember.
But I'll give you the whole show to think about. So maybe you're gonna snap your.
There's one number that stuck right out my head when you said it. So I think that's probably.
Trust your gut right away.
I go with the gut.
We got a fun program this morning. We'll be talking with Amber Basham, who's the Vice President of Fulton County Habitat for Humanity, later on.
Learn about those.
Learn about what they got going on. So, and in the sports world, like we've been talking about, high school football tonight, Friday Night Lights is here, and we were talking a little bit before we got on air. Roughly, what season does this kick off for you?
Well, you brought that up, and I'm like, oh man, what does that? So I'm not. It's probably around. For football, it'd probably be around 10 or 12.
Okay.
Basketballs, I did a little bit more. But yeah, we started out, when I first started out doing football, was with Winnemac. We tape delayed it for 5 or 6 years over there. And then I was doing the scoreboard in the press box for a few years. And then, finally got in the press box doing the games. And so it's probably about 10 or so for football. It'll probably be about 15, 20 for basketball. But
and what has changed when it comes to, we'll just talk about football, I guess, 10 to 12 years. I mean, what's changed as far as broadcasting?
I was going to say, as far as the sport, not a whole
lot.
Right. But as far as how we broadcast,
yes, that's where I was.
Internet.
Yeah.
We had phone lines. You always had to call RTC and switch from the gym from the press box at the football field to the gym during the seasons, or baseball field, whichever you're doing. And you had a regular phone line. You had a board operator. You had to call in on the phone, and now it's all a one-man show through the internet. And that's the biggest change.
Yeah.
Nobody back in the studio doing anything. It's all you. And
it's got to be a comfort.
when it's messed up, it's all you.
Right. It's got to be a comfort at Barnhart Field, which the Zebras will be home tonight, kicking things off against TRC opponent Southwood. Because you know the setup, you know they got the good Wi-Fi. Exactly. It's not always the case when you go on the road, right?
No. And see, that was the other thing too, because when you went on the road, you always had to find out who the phone provider was, and call them, and you always had to at least a week in advance call them so they could make their work order and do all that. Most schools had lines in the press box; they just had to activate them or switch them on or whatever. But now it's, if they don't have the internet in the press box, it's cell phone
Yeah.
or a hotspot type thing.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, and football's not as bad because you're outdoors, so
Sure.
you get a pretty good signal.
Sure.
You get into basketball, it's a little touchier sometimes, but we are very thankful for RTC,
Yeah.
and even next week when we go to Valley, we got RTC internet in the press box, so that makes it more comfortable. You don't feel
Exactly.
near as
There you
nervous
go.
going into some of those
Yeah,
games.
yeah. Still trying to get used to the Bell being early season game. But
That is very true. It's with
It's what it
the
is
conference
now, right?
changes and everything now, yeah.
at least they still
They
make
still,
a way to
right,
get
yeah.
in
There was
I mean,
some
that's-
talk with, I know, TRC about making them all conference games, but I think there was enough schools that had that rival.
One rival.
Yeah,
One
because I know,
keeps
Peru with Logan Sport, that's
Yeah.
probably one of the longest rivals
Sure.
in football, at least in northern Indiana.
Yeah.
So Peru kind of wanted to keep that
Sure.
rival. You get the Wabash County ones; they're all rivals, and they can play because most of them are TRC anyways.
Right,
So
right.
that's not as big a deal
Yeah.
to them. But yeah, so that was nice to be able to keep that.
Yeah, I want to keep tradition going.
Yeah.
Too many traditions in all sports,
Yeah.
high school, collegiate, professional, are going by the wayside anymore. It's just too bad to see.
Yeah, it was. It's always great, and of course, you know as well as I do, it doesn't quite have the hype that it did back when we were in school, and that. But it's still,
And I
it's still
think
pretty
we say
good.
the same thing on the collegiate level now
Oh,
with
yeah.
the transfer portal and the
Mhm.
NIL and
Right.
not knowing the guys for 3 to 4 years. It
Yeah.
kind of takes a little
Takes
bit
a
away
while,
from the
yeah.
rivalry, but
Yeah, it's still good. The students can
right,
because
right,
because
and
they're
the
there.
fans.
Yeah,
so
the fans
there's
are
still
there.
always going to be
yeah,
that.
there's
so.
always that there.
But what time's pregame tonight?
6:40 for the pregame with Val and I. Val will be joining again this year, so we're
Great.
just looking forward to that, and we'll kick it off at 7 o'clock.
Yep. If you can't make it to the game tonight, get your radio dialed in WROI or get your TV set for
RTC.
RTC.
Yeah, you can hear Val and I on that as well. So.
Tippecanoe Valley hosts Plymouth tonight, and I know the sister station here, WTCA, is going to be broadcasting that
TCA
game.
will have the Plymouth Valley game, so yeah, you can listen to that
Yep.
up in 106.1.
A lot of fresh starts for teams this year. Isaac Schaefer era for Rochester, fresh start for Plymouth with a new coach, new AD. So
And you also got Winamac starting out with a new
Yes.
coach, Eric Davis, over there. So, yeah, there's some other schools around the area that too, or some that have only on their 4th or 5th year.
right,
So,
right.
it'll be a fun year, high school football.
Yeah, Winamac hosts West Central tonight. Caston is on the road to Whitco. A little bit of drive for the Comets tonight.
Yeah, they
Going
do
to
a little
Whitney County.
drive.
And then Culver hosts Central Noble. So good luck to my good friend
Yeah.
and fellow RHS grad of the class of 2010, Austin Faust, there as he enters his
4th year.
fourth year. I was like, yeah, fourth
year at Culver. I think it's his
Sixth.
9th year overall.
ninth year overall. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right. So John Glenn before.
Yes.
See, Rochester Volleyball beat Plymouth for the first time since 2017.
They did, and then they turned around and beat Pioneer
Yeah.
on
Good
Tuesday
start.
night. So they started out 2-0. So
Exciting.
a couple of big wins there
Yeah.
for the Lady Volleyballers.
Yeah.
And they'll be at the Tomahawk this weekend down in North Miami, and that's always a big tournament.
Now,
there's some good names there. So we'll see if they can keep that streak going.
Yep, and all the other fall sports are well underway. You know, the golfers have had a couple matches under their belt. Cross country runners got going.
And Golf got a big win last night,
Yep.
so congratulations to them.
Yep.
So
So
yeah,
yeah, things are rolling.
they're hoping they start drying out a little bit.
Look
for
at
the
that
golfers.
rough. My goodness, yeah, that rough's gonna get heavy.
Yeah.
The more rain. So on the national landscape, MLB, not a lot has changed from last week, but a couple different teams are in the mix now. If the playoffs started today, which
Okay.
we know they don't.
Right.
But the American League, your division leaders are still the same: the Rays, the White Sox, and the Astros. Your wild card's still the Yankees and the Red Sox, but also the Twins
Ooh.
would now be the third team.
Got a little mix in there.
And get this, Randy. Here's all the teams that are right behind them. You got the Rangers, who are actually tied, but the Twins have the tiebreaker. You got the Blue Jays, all of a sudden got red hot. They're half game back. Cleveland's 1 game back. Tigers are 1.5 game back. Orioles 2 games back, and the Mariners 3 games back. That's a lot of teams right there fighting for
I was
a
going to
few
say,
spots.
August, September is going to
Yep.
be, the rest of August and September is going to be a
And some of those
whirlwind.
teams sold. at the trade
Yeah.
deadline. Now they find themselves in contention.
Yeah,
so
that's
kind of interesting
that
how that
happens.
happens.
Yeah.
National League, it's a lot drier over there. You got Brewers, Dodgers, Braves as your division leaders. Cubs, Phillies, and Padres, your wildcard teams. Only 2 teams kind of trying to get in that wildcard mix. You got Diamondbacks a game back, and the Cardinals 2.5.
I didn't look. I forgot to look the last couple of days. Were the Cubbies back from Milwaukee?
I don't have that down.
Okay. I knew they were catching them there for
They
a
were
little
5
bit.
or 5.5 at
yeah.
one time a week ago, and
Right.
of course they won 2 of 3 from the White Sox.
Yeah.
So
2 very interesting ones they won. With a couple of walk-offs.
you walk-offs, it's fights in the stands.
Yeah.
And I think that crosstown rivalry is back.
Yeah, I don't think that rivalry's going
No,
away.
I don't remember the last time both teams were good the same season. It's been a while,
Yeah.
so
Yeah, both
it's got
teams.
some juice going
Yeah.
there.
Yep.
Yeah. And NFL preseason, a lot of teams are in action this week, getting their second preseason game under their belt because they only played 3 now, not 4. The Colts host the Falcons tomorrow at 1 o'clock, and the Bears travel to Cincinnati at 7 o'clock.
It'll be interesting to see what I don't expect a lot this week either
Right.
out of towards the end here, but it'll be interesting to see. I think there's still some backup
Sure.
quarterback battles going.
Richardson and Leonard. Yep.
There's some other little battles on
Yep.
the line and
Yep.
different things going. So it'll be interesting to see
Yep.
how things work themselves out.
And you always just want to get out of these games without big injuries.
Right. And that's I think for the Colts, that's the key right now. Does Anthony Richardson come out healthy out of this? Because this is sometimes the first few weeks here
Right.
where he kind of gets injured.
Yep.
So if he's going to stay healthy, he
Yep.
needs to do it now.
Yep. That's the preseason game number 2 this week, number 3 next week. Then NFL has a week off. College football gets week 1 going,
Yeah.
and then it's week 1 in the NFL after
And
that.
then
we're rolling.
Then we're rolling.
Rolling
College
through
football, high
through
school, yeah.
February.
Yeah,
So
craziness.
football on every week. Got some tidbits on this morning. On this day, 1897, Oldsmobile was first Oldsmobile. It was manufactured by Olds Motor Vehicle Company in Lansing, Michigan.
Wow.
I would not have guessed that was put
No.
back in the 1800s. On this day in 1931, Babe Ruth became the first MLB player to hit 600 career home runs. He'd go on to hit 714,
Wow.
which is third all time, excuse me. On this day in 1942, Walt Disney's animated movie Bambi was released.
Oh, wow.
I would have never guessed it
I
was that
had
far
no
back.
idea, yeah.
And it was a book first.
Okay.
Didn't know that either.
Makes sense.
On this day in 1980, people from PETA, or let's back it up. I'll word it differently. PETA was founded. Let's
Okay,
put it that
there
way.
you go.
The basement office in Tacoma Park, Maryland, 1980.
Okay.
And on this day in 2022, House of Dragon, the prequel to the Game of Thrones series that was really popular in the 2010s, premiered on HBO, and I believe it's still going on.
Okay.
I'm not an avid watcher, but
No,
I
no.
know it's very popular.
Yes.
So. And today is Kool-Aid Day,
Kind of like Kool-Aid.
Men's Grooming Day, Poets Day, National Spumoni Day. I don't think I've ever had spumoni.
No, can't say I have.
Hawaiian Shirt Day.
Val will be on that one today.
Internet Self-Care Day. Always want to be careful out there on the internet.
Yes.
And National Senior Citizens Day.
Perfect.
In upcoming events around the community, we've got a lot going on today, tomorrow, over the weekend. Fulton County Animal Center's Rummage Sale
Yes.
is going on today, tomorrow, and Sunday
Yeah.
at the Fulton County Historical Society from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Great day, great couple of days here to take advantage of some bargains.
Yes, bargains. It's kind of name your own price
Yeah,
type
name your own
deal. So
price.
they got a lot of stuff going out there, and it goes to great cause.
Yes, yes.
So
Helps you out and helps the
animals out. Got a big festival and parade going on tomorrow.
Yeah,
See
get ready.
The Porta Johns out here already.
It's official. The Porta
Lined
Johns
up.
have
You know
delivered.
something big is happening.
That's right.
The Nickel Plate Music and Arts Festival is going on tomorrow. The parade starts at 11 o'clock. They have over 100
Yes.
entries in the parade, which
Catch
is
that
awesome.
parade here on Giant FM as well.
That would be great. And then the festival starts at noon, and I think it runs through most of the night.
Yeah, I think the last band takes the stage at 8 o'clock.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
whole
Full day.
Fun-filled day with events going on.
Music and arts and entertainment.
Come uptown and check it out. And the Eagles here in Rochester is holding a tenderloin and fries dinner tomorrow from 5 to whenever they run out. $10 to eat there in person, $10.50 to go.
Okay.
So add on that 50 cents.
Gotta get those to go.
But
Carriage.
everybody likes to get tenderloin and fries dinner.
Oh, yeah.
And today at First Federal, we'd love to see you. We're open from 8:30 till 5. Tomorrow from 8:30 to noon. But if you can't make it into any of our 6 Northern Indiana branch locations, that's all right. You can always make with us online. And with our mobile app, which is free to download, type in First Federal Savings Bank, FFSB, First Federal Rochester. Just make sure the white star and the green background, you got the right First Federal, because there are multiple out there.
Yes, sir.
And our ATM's open 24/7 as well if you need some cash, and if you're traveling over the weekend or the upcoming weekends as we get closer to Labor Day. We're part of the Money Pass network, so if you're in an area where you know that First Federal doesn't have an ATM, don't worry, get on moneypass.com, type in the area you're in, we'll show you all the Money Pass ATMs, and you can use any of those ATMs and not get charged a surcharge.
Works pretty nice. I've had to
Pretty
use it a
darn
few
easy,
times.
yeah. And who doesn't want to save a few dollars?
That's right.
We offer Simply Free checking accounts and Simply Free business checking accounts. Right now, when you open up a new checking account, you'll get a free compact massager.
Yes.
I have had over a lot of these. People are liking them.
That's awesome.
It's one of those things, too. If you have one, get another one,
Right,
because
yeah.
put it in a different room.
Exactly. Take one to work or whatever.
And you can get it by referring a friend, too.
Yeah.
So you can do that in person or online. And when your friend comes in to open up a checking account, he or she will get a gift for opening up the account, and you will as well, just for referring them. It's that easy.
Yeah. If you need to use a name, just go ahead and use my name.
There you go. Randy win.
I can always use another massager.
And if you're in the market to buy a home, it's a good idea to get pre-approved so you're ready to go when that home you're interested in comes on the market, because homes are starting to come on the market, but they're not lasting.
No, they're going fast.
So contact Ben Dalton or Stacy Wilson at our Rochester branch or Winamac branch, and they'll help you and your family with your mortgage lending needs. We offer commercial lending for businesses. Contact Zach Reuter and his team for more information. His direct line is 574-223-1731. If you're thinking about retiring, maybe you need a rollover a 401k from a previous employer, maybe you're getting wanting to get a 529 savings plan, a college savings plan going for somebody in your family, contact Mark Blueball, Brian Bell, or Grant Goldman of our Financial Services Department. They'd be more than happy to help you out. Their direct line is 574-223-1705. And to keep up to date with the latest going on at First Federal Savings Bank, like us on Facebook, follow us on X and Instagram at FF Banking is our handle on those 2 platforms. Like us on LinkedIn and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'll see an archive of First Federal radio shows dating back to 2019.
A long time.
Long time. You can see the transformation of the studio we're in this morning right here. We are the only locally owned bank in Fulton County. We don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best. Borrowers must meet underwriting guidelines. We're FDIC insured and an equal housing lender. And our NMLS number is 399927.
And it makes it legal and ready for the fun part of the program.
Ready for the fun part, indeed, in which we're welcoming Amber Basham, who is the Vice President of Fulton County Habitat for Humanity. Morning, Amber.
Good morning.
Thanks for joining me this morning.
You're welcome. I can finally now talk and actually know what we're talking about. I mean, none of that sort of stuff.
But you were welcome to chime in whenever you wanted to, but we will definitely talk about some stuff that you know a lot more than I do about going on. And first off, how long have you been involved with Fulton County Habitat for Humanity?
I have been here, this is my first year.
First year?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I did some volunteering when I was in college.
Okay.
1 or 2 years ago. But this is my first year with Fulton County Habitat for Humanity.
And what made you interested in getting involved with Habitat?
Actually, I knew that they needed some members.
Mm-hmm.
I went to a Fulton County Hope meeting, and Carmen Reeves was there talking about needing some members, and that was something, like I said, a passion of mine. So I approached her and said, I will do it. And she said, well, will you be the vice president? And I was like, well, okay.
Stepping right into
So here I am.
and
Took the full plunge.
yeah. Carmen's a pretty good recruiter.
She
might
is.
She might have done that to me.
She has a way of influencing people, doesn't she?
Yes. How many board members are there currently, roughly? On
About 12.
12.
12 to 15 board members right now.
And is Habitat always looking for more? Or I know they're always looking for volunteers to help with builds and different projects. But looking for more board members, or is there a certain
We
time
could
of year?
always use more board members. Our executive board is all new this year,
Okay.
so. But yeah, we are always looking for board members to join us and volunteers, especially when we start the new build. So.
Because I know from being on the board past, there's terms for
Yes.
board members. So usually there are a lot of turnover going and looking for new faces.
Absolutely.
Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say we've had a couple, like I said, turnover all at the same time, and
Sure.
so, you know, it's always nice to have that excess that can kind of step up when,
Yeah.
you know, my term is over.
Right. It's a nice mix to have board members that have been on the board for quite a few years, or maybe served multiple terms, and then have fresh new faces that, like yourself, first year on the board. I mean, it's nice to have a different mix of ideas.
It definitely adds some motivation. You
Sure.
kind of get in the groove when you've been there for a while. So when you have new faces, you know, they have fresh ideas, and so that's always really nice to have.
I know one thing Habitat always does is one of the big fundraisers, I should say, is the golf outing
Yes.
every year. And how'd that go this year?
Actually, we did the best we've ever done. We
That's
raised
great.
over $9,000 this year. So, and that's since the golf tournament's been going, that's the most we've ever raised.
That's
So,
fantastic.
yes, we had a very successful year. So.
Shout out to everybody who participated and played and had a team in, or just sponsored a hole, or donated and helped out in any way. And thanks to Habitat for putting the outing on. I know from playing in the past, it's a very fun outing. And it takes a lot of work.
It is a lot of work. So, but we had a lot of good people helping us, and we had, like I said, we had a lot of people willing to reach out and donate and sponsor teams, and so we were very thankful for that.
Are there any other fundraisers that Habitat has currently going on, or any upcoming fundraisers?
Yeah, we have, right now we are holding a Pampered Chef fundraiser. It goes till Sunday. You can get on our Facebook page. 30% of the proceeds are donated to the Fulton County Habitat for Humanity. We just won one of the Beacon Spotlight Awards, so that was really nice. I know that on the Kroger app you can have your points go to Fulton County Habitat for Humanity. And then we recently did one with Mike Anderson. They were generous enough to sponsor a month where portions of their car sales and oil changes went to us.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, that was a very successful fundraiser for us. We are going to be in the parade this weekend as well.
Right, all right.
Yes.
So, just walking, or you have a float?
We have a float.
All right.
Yeah, we have a float this year, so kind of be looking for us on that.
Yep. You'll have some good candy to throw out.
Of course. That's the most important part.
Yes. We're speaking with Amber Basham this morning. He's the Vice President of Fulton County Habitat for Humanity. And you were talking about Pampered Chef fundraiser. For anybody that might be listening or watching on Facebook that might not be familiar with what Pampered Chef is, can you give a quick description of what Pampered Chef is?
Yeah, they do a lot of kitchen supplies. You know, you can get pans and bowls, and my favorite's the can opener. I'm not gonna lie, I love their can openers. So might have to get on there and get another one in case mine breaks. But they
Never have too many.
No.
Yeah. So, but they do a lot of kitchen supplies for those of you that out there that like to cook, and you know, that's not me, but I do like can openers.
There you go. I think everybody can find something on there that
I'm
would be
sure.
useful around the kitchen there. So, is there a build going on currently for Habitat?
Well, currently we do have a property that we have done, and all this we've been doing to raise funds. We have a wonderful family. Jen Brandenburg and her kids are going to be our next family, and we are just raising the funds to get that house building. And so we had some, like I said, very successful fundraisers, and happy to report we are kind of getting into the process of starting that with Rochester Homes, and
Awesome.
So hopefully we'll get that started, you know, pretty soon. So.
And where's that property located?
It's over on 6th Street.
6th Street here in
Mhm.
Rochester.
Yes, and there is a big sign saying where it is, but we've been working real hard. Jen's been amazing. She's been working really hard, getting all of her volunteer hours, and so we're looking forward to getting that.
And what number? Once this build gets going, what number will this be?
Oh gosh, I want to say it's been like 16, 19, something like that.
I was going to say, I think the sign says, and I want to say 19 or 20.
I thought,
Okay.
yeah.
Because if you go by the sign,
It will tell you.
it tells you, House Bill number, yeah, it's 19 or 20, I think.
I
it
think
says
It's
so.
a
on
good
the
amount.
sign.
Good amount either way.
Yeah.
If there's somebody out there that's interested in having a habitat home built, how do they go about applying, getting more information, anything like that?
Yeah, well, currently we are not taking applications
Okay.
at this time because we're still waiting on our next
Sure,
bill. But,
sure.
but when it is time, then we can get on our Fulton County Habitat for Humanity website, and there's an application process there that kind of talks about the requirements and what they need to do and how to apply, and then they fill out that application.
Because like you were mentioning with the current family, you got to put in community hours, and there are certain
Yes.
requirements. You
Yeah,
gotta do.
300 community hours per adult. So
That's a lot.
and it's actually pretty easy to,
Sure.
because anytime they help out with a community event,
Right.
help out around the office, anything like that, attend meetings, those are all counted towards. the
Yeah,
hours.
yeah, I said a lot, but I should say, but luckily, this community, there's a lot of events going
There are
on,
a lot of
so,
events.
which makes it
Yeah.
attainable to get that 300
We are very
hours.
lucky for a community our
Yes.
size to have the amount of events and resources that we have. So.
If somebody's interested in getting on the board or volunteering or helping in any way that they can, how do they go about getting more information?
They can reach out to us at the Fulton County, there's a contact form, Fulton County Habitat for Humanity website, or we have our meetings on the second Wednesday of each month at 6 p.m. And you're more than welcome to attend. We would love to see you there.
Where are those meetings at?
At our Fulton County Habitat for Humanity office on Franklin Street,
Franklin Street.
right behind the House of Dick Ford.
There you go. Anything else this morning, Amber, that you want to hit on that we haven't discussed?
Like I said, we just want to thank all of the community for supporting us, getting out there and helping out, and we look forward to seeing some more volunteers when we start our build. We'll let you know and kind of get the community rally around us and get Jen and her kids in their home.
Keep up to date with the latest going on at Fulton County Habitat for Humanity by following them on Facebook, on Instagram, their website. So,
Yes.
there we go. Well, thank you, Amber, for everything you do for Fulton County for Habitat for Humanity and stepping into that vice president role in your first year.
Yeah, you need to thank me for that. So,
You can participate in our trivia question if you would like. All right, Randy. In what year was the Indiana High School Athletic Association, better known as the HSAA, founded?
I was going to say B.
1893, 1903, 1913, or 1923?
Amber is absolutely correct, 1903.
You both got it right.
Wow.
1903.
I was
And I'm going to tell you
guess
how
in the
I
dark.
remember.
Yeah,
No, 304 when the girls won the state championship. That was the 100th year anniversary.
there you go.
On the ring, they put that on the ring. So
There you go.
I remember that one. I'm like, that one was an easy one. I'll start my streak back.
There you go. Losing streak is snapped.
Yes,
Now he's
thank
starting the win
goodness.
streak. We'll close with some words of wisdom today from John Wooden, the legendary All-American basketball player at Purdue, and then the legendary college basketball coach at UCLA that won many, many titles. If you don't have time to do it right, when will you have time to do it over?
Wow, awesome. Thank you very much, Amber. Tanner, thank you. We'll talk to somebody next Friday.
Be here. Thanks, Randy.
With those words of wisdom, this has been the First Federal Program.